From an absolutely gorgeous midwinter day, welcome to Smoky Goodness 2.0. Today featuring inspiration. Inspiration from T-Roy Cooks and also from James over at Aim'em and Claim'em. I can't speak today, I'm having a problem with getting the words out. Anyway, we're doing a couple of racks of baby back ribs. What? Baby back ribs again? I've done them a million times. You've seen us do them a million times. We're doing them a little bit differently this time. Not to start off with, we're going to be finishing these things differently. The inspiration I got from Troy over at T-Roy Cooks was that he just layered flavor, layers and layers and layers of flavor onto these ribs. That's the inspiration. I'm not actually going to be copying his recipe to the letter. You know, I'm not going to use probably really not many of the same ingredients he used. It's the concept I'm going after here. Layers and layers and layers and layers of flavor. Matter of fact, we're going to do something really crazy toward the end of this cook. Stick around for that. There probably will be a lot of shout outs in this video as well. I can't talk today, I should shut up. Stick around. We'll get on with this now. Stick around. Stick around! And we have the G'rillaQue. We're definitely utilizing the services of the G'rillaQue. I've got a chimney here full of lit charcoal. I'm just putting over here on one side of this. And for the first time ever, I will be using lump charcoal with the G'rillaQue. I haven't done it yet. Got a drip pan. For the G'rillaQue, we have some H2O. Probably going to use all of this. Definitely utilizing the H2O. Alright, to the water. In both the G'rillaQue and this drip pan, I'm adding some apple raspberry juice. It'll be about a 50-50 mix of the two liquids. Same thing over there. My son wants me to save some of this because he just absolutely loves this stuff. Alright, I have a mix of hickory and cherry wood. Both been soaking for about an hour. These are just chips. I've got a chunk there if I need it later. And of course the grate, placing it in as cohesive a manner as possible. And we're just going to let this come up to temperature real quick. Get the ribs ready. They're ready. I mean, all I have to do is unwrap them and we'll go on from there. Alright, the smokes are rolling. It's still a little bit white. Just slowly getting this thing up to temperature, but it's going a little faster than I thought it would. Ah yes, baby back ribs, hit with midnight espresso, of course. Put the thinner rack a little farther away from the fire, just like that. Another rack, baby back ribs, hit with Tango Spice, midnight espresso, of course. And with the G'rillaQue in here, this moisture barrier is going to be like a wall of moisture. Doesn't matter how hot it gets over here, it's going to hit this wall of moisture, it's going to be good. And wall of moisture, of course, is infused with apple raspberry juice. This is going to rock. So, we're just going to let this go for about 2 hours. I'm not going to touch it. I'm just going to adjust temperatures and do all that. And you know all about that, so stick around. We're about 2.5 hours mission elapsed time into this. I haven't even opened the lid since we started. Taking our first look at it right now. See what we have. Looking pretty good. All I'm going to do right now, another layer of flavor. If I can get this stupid squirt bottle to work, just going to hit them with some of this apple raspberry juice for a little bit of moisture, and very quickly get the lid back on there. And again, I won't be touching it for about another hour, so stick around. Alright, we are at 3 hours, 30 minutes, mission elapsed time. It's time to lay in another layer of flavor. Actually, 2 layers of flavor. One of them is a repeat. Give it another spritz. But wait, there's more. This is the one thing that Troy did that I will be emulating here. Lay some butter on these ribs. I'm actually going to break this up a little bit, I think. You can tell I've cut these lengthwise. Thinking that maybe I had enough to cover the whole rack, but apparently I don't. So we're just going to bust this one up a little bit. Oh, this is going to be good. I'll do the same with this. And over this butter, throw some brown sugar on. Of course, how much brown sugar you use, should you decide to do this, is completely up to you. Like I mentioned, going for layers and layers and layers of flavor, so I'm going to put quite a bit on there. But I'm not anywhere near done. Not yet. Alright. So stay tuned. It's just going to get better and better. We are 5 hours mission elapsed time. 5 hours into this, the insanity is about to begin. And of course, before the insanity ensues, I'm going to check the old bend test. They're getting there. They are definitely getting there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a little rotating here. These racks haven't moved since I put them on the grill so far. So, I'll do this. This one's a little thicker. So that's good. We've got a long ways to go. Not too long, but a substantial amount of time. We're not even close to done. All right. To begin the insanity, what I have here, you may remember this from a year or two ago. This is sweet and spicy, a hot Alaskan umami sauce. And I got to give a shout out to Joe over at Southern Coastal Cooking for turning me on to this stuff. And of course also to Greg at Ballistic BBQ for a video he made, I don't know, a year or two ago, where he did an outstanding job of discussing the importance of umami, or what umami actually is. I think once you watch his video, I'll leave links down in the bucket, you'll get a better understanding of why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, which is laying down a base. This is a base flavor for everything else that will be occurring with these ribs in the not too distant future. So yeah, Joe over at Southern Coastal Cooking, go check him out, links in the bucket. Same thing with Greg, and I'll try to find that video that he made, that specific video, explaining the whole concept of umami. It's an outstanding video. If you haven't seen it, you gotta see it. All right, we will be back shortly. All right, we're at 6 hours on the nose. This back rack, which was originally sitting closest to the fire, just looking at it, pretty sure it's ready. Yes, it is. And just looking at this first rack, which was away from the fire most of the afternoon, still has a ways to go. So, what we're going to do is work on this one. I think that happened to Troy, actually. So, to start off, we're going to put a glaze over that umami sauce. A little apple raspberry juice. Just like that. We'll let that go for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then the madness, the insanity begins. And while all that's going on, I'll show you what I've got going on over here. This is a bowl of lukewarm water, which was hot just a little while ago. I brought it out here and kind of cooled off a little bit. It's still wintertime. It's mid-January. Sun goes down, temperatures go down. So anyway, it's lukewarm. You're going to see in a minute why I need 2 brushes and some lukewarm water. It's for rinsing them. And we'll get on with that momentarily. Stick around. A few minutes has passed. The insanity begins. What I'm going to be doing out here is painting a different sauce about every 2 to 3 ribs. That way, you don't know what you're getting until you bite into it. I'm going to start off with some blueberry white pepper. This is from Not Ketchup. Well, I've got all these great sauces laying around here. Put them to good use. All right, next. You didn't think I was going to forget this stuff. This is El Rabbit's Barbecue. You know you want it. Spicy. That is a must. Yeah. So we go about 2 bones with that. From Down Under Kickin BBQ Sauce Company. Their rich and spicy blend. And I want to thank Thomas from Slippery Chicken Barbecue for not only turning me on to this stuff, but actually delivering it to us. So we've got different flavor, different flavor, different flavor. This is gonna rock. And again, from Down Under Kickin BBQ Sauce, Raspberry Habanero. One of my personal favorites right here. Whoops, a little thick on that one. That's okay. All right, and with a clean brush, next, from Roca Berry Farm right here in southeast Nebraska. This is that apple butter barbecue sauce that I love so much. Throwing that there. Oh yeah. Okay, and to finish off this first rack, again from Down Under Kickin BBQ Sauce Company, Blackberry Chipotle. Oh yeah. Oh, and it came up as one of the sauces to go on the end. All right. Okay. Put the lid back on there. We're going to let that set up and take this one inside and wait for the other rack to be done. Shouldn't take too long. Hey, a feast for a king and his court right here tonight on Smoky Goodness. All right, some time has gone by, not very much time. Oh yeah, the sauce is set up perfectly on that. So I'm gonna take this first rack in on a cutting board and wrap it in foil and let it chill out, or rest as you will, or if you will, while we're waiting for this one to finish cooking. Shouldn't take too long, it's just about there. Shut up, dog, you can smell this. All right, we'll be back. Alrighty, about another half an hour has gone by. I think these ribs are probably, if not cooked to perfection, definitely approaching perfection. And for this rack, the exact same procedure. We're going to start off with Coakley's barbecue sauce. Gotta have that. Gotta have that. Definitely have to have Coakley's. I would not omit Coakley's. No, no, no. And once again, from Not Ketchup, spiced fig. Going on. Man. And of course, because I like it so much, we're going to put some of that apple butter barbecue sauce from Roca Berry Farm on this rack as well. Just like that. And how about some smoky date from Not Ketchup? And all these great sauces. Gotta be eaten. All right, and to finish off this rack, we've got some extra real estate there, but I really like this stuff. Raspberry habanero from Down Under Kickin. Actually, you know what? Got enough room for that, plus this. You know you want it spicy at the very end. Yepper. Gotta be done. It's gotta be done. All right. And again, I'll let that set up for a few minutes. Get all glazy. We'll be inside eating soon. Stick around. All right, we're about 6.5, maybe 7 hours in. Look at that, huh? Woohoo! The G'rillaQue rose to this challenge. I'd say at least a quarter of the coals, lump charcoal by the way, they're still unburnt in there. And water chamber, still half full. And the ribs are done. Got the smoky date right here. Let's try this one. This one is Coakley's. Definitely Coakley's. Oh man, it's not polite to eat one bite from one rib, one at a time, Mr. Smoky Goodness guy. I'm demonstrating the awesomeness of having a different flavor on each rib. So what do we have here? Do you think I can identify it? Raspberry chipotle. This rocks. And you're gonna need a bunch of these. Guess we're gonna have to say sayonara for now. Hope you try this. Finger licking good. Beans are pretty good too. All right, stick around.
Wow, this is the coolest thing.